Hi, my name's Mhairi Flanagan.
My name's Mhairi Flanagan and I'm mum of Mhairi.
Today I was diagnosed with cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 4, was on Friday the 13th of October. I didn't actually know what Hodgkin's lymphoma was. I only kind of learned of it when after the doctor had left. Like, I was saying to my parents, like, why do you two look so sad? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's happening? And then they told me, I'm like, oh, okay, cancer, that's the word I never thought I'd hear.
Having just peace and quiet, just to sit beside each other and hug each other was more important at that point than anything else.
I had to stay in bed, I couldn't go out with my friends, I couldn't see the family that I wanted to see, the friends that I wanted to see. Had to stop doing my job, which I quite liked. Life
Ratcheted up a level with lots and lots of hospital appointments, and then gradually it settled. Once we were down to one hospital and into chemotherapy.
As I was ill at that time, I just didn't want to see anyone, and as well as my friends, I didn't see my friends because all I wanted to do is just do nothing, kind of sit in one bit so the pain wouldn't kind of flare up. I was alone, but obviously if I need my family, they were there.
We used FaceTime each morning and each evening, and intermittently throughout the day if we weren't with her. More so to keep in contact with what we could take into hospital for her, if there was anything she wanted.
I knew they would always be there to talk to me and when I needed them, but it was tough for me to see them upset. And in some point, my way of thinking was I didn't want to bother them because they'd become upset.
We spent from roughly about 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning through to about 10 o'clock at night with her. So we were with her all day, although we did have short breaks just to get sent to Sainsbury's for whatever she wanted.
At the start of everything was up in the air. So, but then as the months went on, I got kind of more used to it and maybe started to accept it a wee bit more.
You know, the doctors are very focused on the diagnosis and what would be the treatment, whereas the nursing staff had an equally important job of making sure that we were just as positive as we could be.
But there was a lot of information. I wanted to know everything, so I got like all the booklets about relationships, losing your hair.
Looking after ourselves probably didn't highlight too much in our mind at the time, because we were just totally consumed with being there for Mhairi.
I kind of got a bit sick of people asking how I was doing. It was just that look in their eyes that, they feel sorry for me. I didn't like it.
Then when we got up to the Teenage Cancer Trust ward, we felt that they were very much more, this is how it is, this is what it is, and this is how we manage it, and this is how we will do things. And that felt good because we knew that things were going to move forward as fast as possible. More
people than I would want would know about it, or what was happening, what was being said. But I know that it was for a good reason, because I would be half asleep.
Having to inform my work that I was going to be off for, initially it was just going to be 2 weeks until we knew exactly what was going on. And then after that I just let them know that I wouldn't be back for the foreseeable future until we had a bit more clarity. I kept in contact with my line manager, and there was no pressure put on me, which was really helpful.
So I'd maybe set myself one thing to do that day, if I could manage it. Other times I did have to lie in my bed to look after kind of my mental well-being as well as my physical well-being.
Mhairi has completed her chemotherapy. She has had her last scan and she was told in June that she is now in remission. So we were very thankful about that, and very appreciative to the whole staff team who worked round her, treating her, that she gradually needs to build up her strengths and reserves before going back to work.
I think it kept me going, just knowing that at some point I would finish treatment, and I think for me it was going on holiday. I wanted to go on holiday, so that kept me looking at the goal that I wanted to reach.
I suppose it's the old cliche of take each day as it comes, but also make sure that the health professionals are spending time and explaining things to you. Anything that you don't understand at the time, ask the questions. If you need to, write them down and present them with a list. We often went in with lists.
I'd credit all of it to my family, because having my family nearby and near me 24/7, they did help me a lot. And even if I was crying, they would always be there and talk to me. But they did help me throughout the whole chemo, especially my mum.